Welcome back, this is Deman. I'm giving you a Dwarf Fortress tutorial. I got a little bit sidetracked. I did one at lunchtime, and you may notice the last one. Yeah, I tend to ramble on a little bit. It can be... I've noticed in this game, I really wanted to try and keep things short and sweet, keep them active, keep people interested in what's actually going on. But unfortunately, when you're waiting on dwarves to do things, you kind of start rambling. And also, while I was away, we were actually turning this into a barracks, but I think it's actually going to be a brilliant hospital, mainly for the fact it's got that well in the corner. So what we'll do is we'll make the barracks in the other corner. I did mention that this was hopefully going to be the military section. I think we'll make that the next one. So what I'm going to do in this one, we'll try and cover barracks, we'll cover a hospital, we'll cover nobles a little bit more, and we'll get those nest boxes built as well. So we'll try and do a little bit of everything while we go. So let me try and work quick. So we're going to build some more walls, and again I'm going to do pretty much identical to what I've done in the corner and knock out a quick wall. If I go too quick, apologies, but I want to kind of get things a roll in here. As let's do pretty much an identical build to what we've done before. So, as you may notice, you can see what I'm doing. I'm basically slowly cornering off and turning this area into a very nice castle with probably turrets, etc. We'll take it as and where we leave it. But I'm rambling again, so let's get some floor down. It's a big floor down there. We'll make it quartzite. We've got tons of this stuff. Why are you not? Oh, did I not have enough quartzite? Maybe I didn't. Okay, it is a big area, I guess. We'll do siltstone then, fine. I don't think it's really going to make much difference on the floor. You're not going to tell the difference. Let's build one little floor tile there. Siltstone, great. Okay. We also want to remove, because I'm getting ahead of myself and I'm forgetting that I want to put some stairs in. We'll maybe put the stairs here again. No, we won't, because we want them going upwards. We'll do them in the back corner. It looks horrible because it just does. Trust me, you can see the stairs. That's the upward stairs. They look like that, so obviously it's going to look like they're going upwards in the middle of nowhere. But not to worry, we'll have upstairs in the corner there. So as you may have noticed, I'm obviously putting these upstairs in, and I kind of want to go one more in. Yeah, I do. Let's remove that DQ, and no, I want it to, yes I do, I want to query it because it's not completed yet, so I want to remove those two locations, get those two floor squares rebuilt straight away, siltstone, get the upstairs built straight away, and we'll do whatever, quartzite, etc. There we go. Okay, so that's going to get built quickly. We'll have our, you can see our masons will come rushing out and get this built. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to turn this one into a hospital. Now hospitals are important, mainly for the fact that when your poor little dwarfs get struck down in combat or by whatever attacks them, they need somewhere to rest up. And it just so happens that I'm pretty sure I've got a decent medical dwarf come along. Is actually a diagnostician. If you haven't got one yet, don't worry. Or you may have even started with one, I don't know. But what we want to do, we need to make a noble. So press N, and that will be nobles. And I believe I've actually already allocated the guys. So what we did is pressed Enter, and we want to do that. Let's unallocate him. Let's replace him. Replace him. So all we're doing, you can see he's actually a competent diagnostician. If you can scroll down the players, your dwarves, and they'll tell you what relevant skills they have. This guy is obviously a competent diagnostician, so ideal, because every time someone gets injured, you need a diagnostician to come along and go, okay, he's lost a limb, therefore he needs it stitching on again, or something like that, or it's just a scratch, you big Wendy, get out of my hospital, which is most likely what they'll say, or you appear to have lost a leg, so therefore you can't be a soldier much longer. Same for a broker, and exactly the same. You can see what they're qualified for, and he's got a novice persuader, a skilled negotiator, and an adequate appraiser. He's actually a pretty good broker, to be fair. But they'll have these requirements. I think I dusted over it before, but let's get into it. Let's try and find, have we got any bookkeepers? There's no bookkeepers with any relevant skills. I don't really want to take any old pleb as a bookkeeper, because, well, I don't think bookkeeping really requires too much skills. I'm not too sure what the exact skill would require for it. There's a social skill, I guess. A record keeper, that's what it is. I don't think we have any record keepers at all. So I'll tell you what, I won't. Really, I think anyone. Let's see what we got. Let's have a look in Dwarf Therapist. If you got a record keeper, that would be the ideal person for it. This guy is a lie maker. There we go. That'll do. He's Udil or someone. So he's one of the latest guys in here. So it'll be that guy, a lie maker. Fair enough. He's now a lie maker, and you can see he's gone red. He's got requirements now. He wants to. He has needs that need fulfilling, as it were. So if we press enter on it, we can see he's got no office. That's what the problem is. He's got he needs a meager office. He's got meager quarters and a chest. That's great. He's really happy about that, but he wants an office. So okay, let's get this guy an office. So let's go down to our living quarters area, which is down here, and we're gonna give him this bedroom down here. Actually, I think that one's already taken, isn't it? I've given that to someone. Yes, I gave that to our broker. So we'll give him this bedroom down here. So we'll give him a nice bedroom. He's a bookkeeper. He's going to be pretty much in there all the time, and you can see it handily puts the nobles up towards the top, so you can assign them straight to it. So what we need to get in there, we need to get a table. We'll put a table against the wall, a siltstone table, and a chair, and that will basically be the office. You may have seen it. I probably did this last time, but we'll get it done. I'm going to cover up that swamp. It's driving me up the wall. He keeps saying there's nothing to farm, nothing to fish in it. We know there's nothing to fish in it, mate. It's a little bloody swamp, and you've got a raging river outside. It's like the Mississippi, which is probably I don't know. It's probably a little out of favour saying that, since they've just flooded recently. But I'm not American. I don't really cover this sort of thing. So let's cover that area. There we go. So yeah, we're going to cover that river over. Let's go back down to our man. Right, okay, there we go. So he's placed the table and chairs. We want to make this an office. You can make it a dining room as well, so it will give him his own personal dining room if you so wish. And we're going to assign that chair to our bookkeeper. And you know what? I'm going to make it dining room as well, and I'm going to assign that to our bookkeeper. He's going to be a proper little nerd, and he's going to sit on his own. And now his requirements have gone white because he's happy. So if we look at him, he's got his meager office, he's got his meager quarters, he's got his meager dining room, and he's got 2 chests. He's absolutely delighted because I believe he's claimed another room as well. He's got 2 bedrooms basically. May want to track down that other bedroom. Meanwhile, we need to make these bedrooms because I never did that last time. So we'll quickly do that while they are knocking out the wall above. Obviously this is paused, so they're not really doing anything at the moment, but I need to quickly assign them. I also noticed I rambled a little bit in the last one, or more to the point, mumbled, so apologies for that. If I start mumbling again, I will pause and take a little break maybe. I think I was just trying to do it rushed at lunchtime during work hours, and it just didn't work. But not to worry, nobody will notice. So there we go. So that's assigned those bedrooms, and now we have the nobles set up. We will have a militia commander. We won't do that just yet. We'll do that when we get to the military. Also, sheriff can be a nasty one to do, and a manager. Well, we don't really have anyone with relevant management skills yet. So we'll get into that shortly. We'll hopefully wait to see if anyone else comes along in the next migrant wave. Hopefully they will get a nice guy come along. I just want to check whether I do have cheese set there, so we'll get the cheese industry going up shortly. We do have quite a few animals that we can milk, etc. We also want to sort out a couple of the stores more down here. I'd rather have some stone, but I want to limit it down. If we go to there, I want to get just the hematite and limatite down out the way, because I can see people are starting to store it up. We just want metal ores. We don't want no economic ores, so we'll get rid of those. We don't want other stone, and we don't want clay. We just want metal ores. So they'll bring the metal ores up there, and while we're about it around this area, I'm going to get rid of the metal ores on here, so we'll forbid them up there. So therefore we should remove all the hematite, etc. we've got here and shift it downstairs. That's what I want to do. I don't think that's jewels, isn't it? And that's actually not used at all. I could do with making another furniture store in the corner there. So that would be the final area covered. Great. So the idlers have stopped. So suddenly they're starting to move the move stuff all left and right. They're going to bring a couple of bins down there. Probably got quite a few bins up here that they want to use. We need to probably knock a few more planks down, and let's get straight on. Let's chop a couple of trees down. So it looks like they've built our area. My God, this place really has got a lot of trees, hasn't it? If you ever want to worry about the wildlife, and you certainly should do, you can use the U, and we can look at the units. There was that black bear that was killed. There's a pike, which our fisherman's obviously killed, or fished, whichever way you like to look at it. There's a bull and a cow moose out there, 2 wild animals, and the rest are our tame animals, and you can look at all your dwarves, what they're doing, etc. So U, that is, the U option that looks at your units. If you really want to see what is going on, as I look across to my notes, I made a couple of notes. Also, I don't think I've actually covered the sex of the animals, so let's look at those again. And we can't actually see in this. So what I want to do is look in the pen and pastures. So if we look in the pen and pastures, doesn't even show you in here either, does it? Is this just... It normally tells you the sex of the animal. It certainly does it, I know, when you're selecting. Oh, I'm missing... Oh, actually, the dog doesn't need to. We've got a new baby alpaca, so we've had our alpacas of breeding, which is a kind of strange. I don't know. Let's get the stairs down here. Again, I'm waffling. It happens, I'm afraid. Oh, that construction's not even been done yet. Why is it? No, it has. Why? The stairs are built. Why are you not letting me build? Oh, I did upstairs. That's why I want up downstairs. What a noob! So up downstairs. Still sounds fine. We'll get them built in. We want to get some hatches placed straight on them as well. But we'll get onto that. So we've built this self-contained room now. So now this is a room we can actually build a bed. And you can see it's got green X's now. So it's happy to let me build here, which is great. So we're going to use this as our hospital. Now what a hospital needs, it needs a bed and a table, a traction table as well. But most importantly, you need a bed and a table between, sort of like separated. So you want a bed, a table, a bed, a table, bed, a table, sort of literally like that. Dead easy to do. You need traction tables in there as well, and you also need bins, or well, not bins. You need chests, containers, coffers. Actually, coffers. Not cabinets, which is quite important because they want to put the cloth, which would be the bandages, etc. It also kind of needs that fresh water supply, which is why I've got the well in the corner, which is why I thought, you know what, it would actually be much better to have that as a hospital at the top. So let's place a couple of beds. We won't have a massive, great big thing. We'll just have 5 beds in there. We also want tables, which I'm probably going to need to build some more of. So yes, I will. So let's get some more tables built. And again, I'm sure you know how to do this by now. Go down to your mason and table. T, A and D. Action a bunch of tables. And on here, I'm actually going to build... we probably don't need... Oh, let's get some hatch covers. I might need a few more hatch covers since I'm building another room, which I hadn't quite planned on doing. Now the traction tables are actually built in your mechanic workbench, and I probably need something. I'm guessing it's probably going to say I need something to construct them. We'll see if he lets us go ahead and do that. So they're going to begin doing that. That duck somehow seems to have got in there, and he gets dragged straight out by the dwarf. So we actually built... I'm jumping about a little bit here. I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to do things as they come up. So now we've got those nest boxes built, which we built in the previous demo. What we want is those these ducks and geese actually stuck in them. So let's get those. I don't know. Let's put them down in the corner here, maybe. A couple of nest boxes. We actually have 10 of them, so we could let's put the lot down. Maybe let's have them nicely placed out like that. Oh, crikey. Mouse isn't playing happy with me. So there we go. So we've got a bunch of nest boxes there, and hopefully the ducks will take to those like water or something. And there we go. Straight away, bang. He's got they've literally ran straight over to them as soon as you got those nest boxes in the pasture area. So this Nest box has been claimed by a duck. And so nest box claimed, it tells you, whereas these guys say unclaimed. It's basically like a bedroom. Just think of it as like a bedroom. You have built a bedroom for that duck, and that duck's quite happy now. So what we want to do, we want that duck to be laying eggs, but we don't want to be collecting them. So we need to just double check in our food storages that we don't have any eggs collected, and as far as I know we don't, because the only other storage area is down here, which I've already looked at, and it doesn't have eggs, so we're not going to be collecting those eggs. So what we're going to do is going to get a little ducklings hatching, so that's the plan, and they breed pretty quickly. Meanwhile those traps continue to get built, and I'm also going to build another wall along here, because I'm going to turn this into an archery target, and it's also working in the favour of penning in that this entrance here. I want it a straight little death run, as it were. Oh, good lord, I just did that as siltstone, didn't I? Did I do the other side as siltstone as well? I don't know. Let's remove the lot. I don't know. I don't want to ruin my colour pattern. We can do that and build it straight away quick, as I just managed to remove all my menus. And if you ever do remove the menus by accident, it is just go through the tab boxes, you'll get them straight back. So quartzil is what I actually wanted. You can see I'm actually getting lower on quartzil finally, so it means I'm slowly using it up so fast that it's actually going. So let's get the floor again. If you're unsure, I'm putting the floor down, so you need to build the floor. It basically acts as that roof on the top here, and we'll use siltstone for that floor. You need to just do the little edges bits. Floor, all the bottom area, siltstone, and again floor for the top. I mean, I could pause this and go through it, but I know a few people, a friend but certainly noticed it before and gone through, and he's basically said, oh, I kind of wanted to see how you did that. He's trying to go along with it, which, you know, if you want to play along, that's fine. Let's build a hatch, flood hatch again. Why I build these hatches, I've mentioned it before, you do get flying creatures, be it buzzards. I mean, especially if you build a butcher area outside and you have slaughtered a cow there, you'll get buzzards, or even more to the point, if you actually trade and keep your trade area outside, excuse me as I get a hiccup, and you have meat sat there and you haven't got anywhere to store the meat, then you know they'll come along and suddenly you'll have vultures swinging in at you. It can be nasty. They're vicious little buggers, and they'll nick things. Or you could get, you know, all sorts of. I think I've seen monkeys in various people's replays, etc. I'm not too sure if they can get over that river. I've got to be honest. I'm not 100% sure whether they're allowed back over that river. So what I might do is build another bridge down here. I'm not 100% on this. I'm sure somebody could probably clarify it with me. And maybe leave your comments. And if you do want anything showing, feel free to leave comments. I will try my best to show exactly what it is you're after. I'm going to build a bridge down here. So we'll build it off quartzil again. So we're really using that quartzil up. So that'll get that second bridge down, just in case they do need to get over it. So what I'm going to do is actually build archery targets as well. So I'm thinking ahead here. So you can have archery zones, and they kind of want to be little rooms. I'm not too sure if that's quite long enough. That duck, I'd really like to get the hell out of here, to be honest. I want you. It's a peacock. It's not a duck at all. So the peacock's not really going to go, oh, I'm not going to go sit next to that. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing on my hatch? A blue peacock. It's actually a pet as well, a pet peacock. Did he just go down? No, he didn't. That's okay. Let's have a quick look. Oh, look at that. I'm nearly out of plants and drinks. But I've got a lot of other. So let's have a look at what we've got. Food. Kitchen. We have... I really don't know what that massive amount of other is. I'm kind of confused. And more to the point, why are my food supplies going down so bloody quickly? Okay, operation build another farm for the fat boys that seem to be eating too quick. Oh, that's not central, is it? I'm a little concerned about my food problem. In fact, so much so, I'm going to slaughter an animal! So let's go to our butcher. What can we slaughter? That's a fishery. We don't want to slaughter anything there. A. And butcher a dead animal. We don't want to do that. We want to go to Z, which is your stores and animals. So what should we kill? What should we kill? Donkeys? We kind of want to use I'm going to get rid of these peacocks. I don't want peacocks. They're not really going to give a lot of food, though, are they? Not a lot of, do you think? They're just getting in the way. I don't want peacocks. Oh, wait, that one's a pet. They're pets. I don't want to get rid of them. Buffalo calf. Could get rid of buffalo calf. Water buffalo calf. We'll get rid of that. In fact, let's get rid of our water buffalo. We want to keep the horses, the alpacas. We're actually going to use the alpacas for our shearing industry. So we'll get rid of the water buffalo. It eats a hell of a lot as it is, and I'm going to get rid of this peacock, frankly, because here we go. Now you can see the male and female sign. This is what I was looking for earlier. You can actually see them here. So it's the little bag for the male, I believe it is, the little bag, and the amulet sign is actually the female. Now if you're using the default setup, it is the actual male and female signs, you know, the real male and female signs. Obviously it's an ASCII code game, so they're kind of used for various things throughout the game, so it kind of looks a little bit weird that a male is a bag and a female is an amulet. I just made that available, didn't I? I pressed enter. I don't want to make it available for a pet. I want to slaughter the damn thing. You can make them available. In fact, I'm going to make that dog available as a pet because I want to use the dogs. I'm going to slaughter the bloody peacock. Is it a male and female? You have a peahen, isn't it? It's a peahen. It's not a peacock. It's the classic thing. How do peacocks lay eggs? They don't. Peahens do. Yes, and they're both males, so we don't give a crap about that peacock. We're going to get rid of it. Let's slaughter the damn thing. I'm going to keep the donkey. You can actually milk a donkey. So that's what we're going to do. And we have actually a donkey foal, which is a female, so we're going to have a male and female donkey soon. So we're going to get some baby donkeys going on. That sounded a little wrong. Let's slaughter that animal because we need the meat, I'm afraid. We could do with our fisherman getting out there and getting a lot more fish going on. He's not really doing his job, is he? We can see the fisherman, we can see the fish here, but he's not getting out there and doing his fishing jobs. So I'm actually going to quickly pause it. I'm going to remove any potential other distractions that our fisherman is having, and I'm going to remove the capabilities of carrying anything because I really want these fish quite quickly because we're having a little food shortage. So that donkey's going to get led down in a moment by the butcher, and bang! It wouldn't be the donkey; it'll be the cow, wouldn't it? The yak or whatever it is. Let's see. We're waiting for him. We're waiting for you. It's your big moment, man. Let's get some tables built in the hospital while we're waiting for the sacrificial slaughter of the cow. We want some chests as well, some containers. So we'll stick the containers. Actually, we'll stick them along the back wall here, which is probably not really going to be that quiet there because there's running water underneath it. Siltstone coffer and a siltstone coffer, that'll probably be fine. Have I built the traction tables yet? That's the question. Traction bench needs traction bench. I haven't built that yet. So okay, they're not that quick. He's still not killed that donkey. That yak. Kill the yak. There he is. Ah! Yak is killed, and they take all that meat and bones, etc. You get a lot come from off just one cow, so all the bones are being taken up. We can use those bones and also the fat as well being taken immediately. We can see there our kitchen man. Ah, that's what we've done. That's what we've done. We've prepared them into meals, haven't we? That's why I was getting worried. We've made wild strawberry biscuits, plump helmet biscuits. Oh, I didn't need to worry. We've got lots and lots of food. I was getting a little worried. It's actually turned them all into easy meals. That's what's happened. Oh, I've just killed 2 animals, but well. Salmon biscuits. I was wondering why it wasn't doing it so much. We've just got lots of food. That's the turtle biscuits. Oh, wow. We've got massive amounts of food. That's what this 300 other is. But it still concerns me that we're getting low on drink. So we perhaps don't want to use too much, and in fact so much so I'm going to tell it to stop preparing easy meals, because I forgot that that was on repeat. So we've prepared a lot of easy meals. So we'll stop doing that. We'll grow, and well, they're not so fat. I'll let them off. I'll let the dwarves off. They're not fat boys. There's lots of easy meals. You can see actually here in the water, the view's that well. Oh, damp stone. Oh yes, of course. Duh. Can't dig out underneath that. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of pause messages telling us we've got damp stone because, well, of course we have. We've got this just above. So, probably don't need these digging out now, but we'll do it anyway. Again, it'll tell us. Obviously, it's saying damp stone because, well, as you can see, there's a swamp there, which is what it's classed as, and it's just going to keep pausing it, telling me there's damp stones. We know there's damp stones. You can, I'm pretty sure, dig them out regardless. It's not as punishing as it used to be. It used to really nail you and basically dump on your head.
Some haggard-looking migrants have arrived.
Oh, good lord, we've got migrants, and really now we're getting to the stage where we have to get military sorted out. I'm getting a little worried about this because we've got nothing set up yet, which I'm sorry about. Right, we have the... What the bloody hell, I built a wall there. Oh, D, designation, N, remove construction, and get rid of this ridiculous wall that I built on top. I'm guessing people are watching this video have probably spotted me doing that and thinking, you idiot. Oh, the ram is fighting the donkey. You need to be careful, guys, because one of you are going to get taken to that butcher block if you're not careful. We actually got 30 or so meat off that single, it was a peacock and the yak we killed. Sent to the butcher block. We just need to remove this. We know there's more whetstone. Thank you very much. We're aware of the situation with the whetstone. Not to worry, that's not a problem. I'm actually going to have another wood storage there. Even though these wood storage is not full, I really want to start stocking the wood up, because when we start smelting, we're going to need wood like you would not believe. Did I just hear someone setting up a party there? That will happen. Is that what it was? Announcement. Yes, the expedition leader has organised a party at the Siltstone. So let's zoom down to him. He's going to be down here. So he's basically... What they're going to do, when they have a party, pretty much everyone is invited, and you generally get quite a lot of dwarves down here, and kind of work will stop. It kind of can be annoying. The work will stop and they'll just start partying. Not they're just getting the food, they're happy, just pulling in all the food. Here comes all the dwarves now, they're all coming down to the party, and work will kind of halt for a while. So don't get too frustrated if you're waiting for things. If you are under attack, well, that might be an issue. Right, this hospital, let's see if we're underway with those traction benches. As they've still not built the traction benches. Is there any particular reason they've not built the traction benches? No. You'll get this message, like I said, this guy is knocking out masterpieces, and you can see the bins stacking up here now. This is my crafts. It's actually the crafts dwarf, I think, that's knocking out the masterpieces like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a look at him. Press V. And yes, it's Ushir Ink Skinny. He's the legendary stonecrafter. You can see, so he's really pretty good at this. The alpaca child is fighting. This stray donkey is causing problems. I'm telling you, he's on his last life here. This stray donkey. They're fighting over food, I think, because I'm slowly starving away more and more food of their area. Oh, it needs chains. I knew there were going to be something we'd need. Damn it. Okay, not to worry. What I will do though is create a armor pile, because I can see there's a massive pile of stuff we've traded, and it's probably cloth armor. Yeah, let's put it in the top here. We'll have that as our armor pile. There we go, armor. We'll probably see a lot of people now will drag a lot of that down. That's what I'm hoping. Yes, they will. So you can always have a look. If you're unsure what's sat on your trade pile, just get your cursor K over it and have a look, and we can see that we can't see anything because we can't look at it because it's not showing me it. I don't know why. I'm sure there's probably someone that can explain that one a bit better than I can. I can see it there, but I can't get to it. Nevertheless, they're going to take it down because it's armor. Let's get some more traps built as well. B, Shift T, and cage trap. This is basically our defence at the moment, and it'll work very well. Trust me, cage traps are great. They will stop things, and you don't need to worry a great deal once they're in place about the smaller units. So there, I mean, you literally will stop 5 units coming in at minimum. It could be a lot more if they try and walk around each other. They'll all be walking into traps and blum, 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 blum. You'll get creatures that will just ignore the traps and just storm straight over them, but that's another story as well. So let's pause it, because I didn't actually get to look at what we had with that migrant wave. Holy shit, it was 19. So we've had a big migrant wave. That could be an issue. So now we have 43 dwarves in our area, so I really have to get this guy up and running. We have a hunter. Brilliant. That is the start of my archery. Just going to get another fisherman there. He's a woodcrafter. That's all fine. Leather workers. Yeah, we're not too worried about that at the moment. We're not really that worried. Let's have a look, see if I've got any military. You guys can't see this. Wow! I've got a High Master Siege Engineer. Okay, might have to make use of that. Wow! Yes, we have armor users. We have fighters. We have strikers. We have a talented wrestler and a fighter and a dodger. We've even got a biter as well. So we've got some Yi Kung Fu style people. They're not actually very good with weapons, but that doesn't matter. Well, we won't let that deter them. Oh Christ, he's a pretty good doctor as well, which is a bit of a problem. He's an accomplished thresher. Really? Okay. That's an achievement. Yeah, that is a problem. He's actually probably my most accomplished guy. He's an accomplished wound dresser and accomplished diagnostician. He's a long way ahead of anyone else. He's level 3 and that guy's a level 10. Okay, our medical dwarf. I'll have to contemplate that one. We'll make Ral. Whoever Ral is will become a military man. We'll get that next, but I'm also going to change my medical dwarf man. Sorry about this guy. You are out. Soddle on your bike, son, because we have a proficient diagnostician here. It is Inod, who is the new man on the block, or the new actually no, that's not him. It's Mathol. I want Mathol. Right, they've not actually got in the door yet. So where are these dwarves? They can't get in because this bridge has not been completed, so they can't actually get into my fortress because they're at the other side, and so therefore they are locked away at the moment. Wherever they're coming from, they'll be on the edge of the map somewhere around here. Here they are, and now the bridge has been built, I'm guessing, since they're all suddenly flooding over. Does that mean that bridge has been complete? Yes, now they can come over the map. There we go, people are happy again. They can rush out. So here they come. We can't actually do anything till they get in the map. So we also want to get that barracks building. I think it's now complete. Yes, it is. So let's get the barracks built as well. Get those beds in there. This is what I promised to build right at the start, and I've been a little bit late in doing so. I'll have more beds here. We're going to make it for 10 people because 10's the size of your troop. We're going to... Oh, no. We're going to give them I want to give them a chesties. Basically, what I want to do for a barracks, I want to give them a chest apiece, which is a container, which we need to go build. So we want to get 10 of those built. So 10 H's, which is there. We also want to get some armor stands, which is A. Rock armor stands, because they want to put their armor on the stands, and we also want weapon racks, but we basically want them to keep everything they can in that barracks, and you want to keep them as happy as possible. What I'm going to do is assign this to a hospital in a moment. So how do we do a hospital? Well, first we need to remove this zone area, which you do just like you would do with placing a thing. There we go. So we've removed that area. So that's taken away. The pasture zone is no longer in that area. We'll do the same for the barracks because obviously they're not welcome in there. We don't really want them down in the entrance at all, to be honest. We don't want them down here at all. I may as well remove the walls just because it looks ridiculous, because they're not really going to graze on the walls, are they? So there we go. That's just removing the pasture zone. So that's fine. There we go. So that's their pasture zone built. What we want again, so I again, we want to make this a hospital. So just like you would with a pasture, we're selecting this area, and now you can see that it's basically saying this area is allowed to be a hospital. So what we're going to do is press H, and we'll make it a hospital. So we want to set the hospital information, so Shift and H, and it's going, yeah, you've got 5 beds in there, 5 tables, no traction benches, but you've got bags and boxes. Now the rest of it, you can see it's got a big list here. It wants thread, cloth, splints, crutches, powder for casts, buckets and soap. There's a lot of things that go into a hospital, and a lot of people will probably say, why are you building it by the entrance? And really, yes, but this is kind of where I'm expecting to see the trouble as well, should it arise. And you can see immediately they're bringing all the cloth up to these. There'll be so much will go into this hospital. They will really stack it out. So that's probably a lot of stuff gone into those chests already. We want to use the chests over here as well. Siltstone coffers. They're just building at the moment, so I won't get too carried away with that. So they're stocking out these. We need some chains, so we'll maybe get them off the next trader whenever he comes along. And at the moment you can see that things are starting to go along. So this barracks, I'm waiting for them. I kind of want things to be built first before I... Oh, we have an armour stand, so what I'm going to do is put the armour stand at the foot of each bed. Yeah, why not? We'll put the armour stand at the foot of the bed, and it's B and A. You'll see the armour stand. So we want to store their armour there. We're going to have chests at the foot of each bed as well, by the side of each bed. He's knocking those coffers out pretty quick. So, but you can see what I'm doing. So what we're going to do to make it a... let's put a door on as well while we're going about it. So what we're going to do to make it a barracks, just like you would with, say, the meeting hall, etc. Press Q. In fact, just like you would make in a bed, really. And you can see it's immediately, because there's armour stands in here, you can do it with the bed as well. But because the armour stand is there, it's basically saying make it an armory or a barracks. Yes, we want to do that. So press R, and again, just like you would with a room, the meeting hall, press plus and minus can increase, decrease the size. We've got the door there, so that's great. So press enter. So now that is our barracks. We're not going to assign the room yet, because at the moment there's nothing in it. We're going to tell our people to sleep, train, etc. in there, but we can't do it because we haven't got a squad. So we'll get onto the squad in a moment. But let's just continue and finish things off. So we've got our, remember, we've got our duck in our nest boxes here. So he's going to be laying ducklings, so laying eggs. We'll get ducklings produced from that. So we'll keep our eye on that. We've run out of cage traps. Keep checking these messages along the bottom. It does tell you what you need to do. It is telling me I need to make a load more cage traps. Well, we knew that because we've kind of knocked out a load more, and we need to get. We really need to get some cats in here. We can see there's a lot of vermin around my place. You can take cats from the start screen, but we didn't. Not to worry. What is that? That's the moose, I believe. There's a moose loose. It is a cow moose. There's a moose loose about this house down here. And well, that's it. We're going to start chopping the woods down, gathering food. We're looking at our food and drink now. We've got 70 drink, 30 plants. We've got 300 easy meals. Now we know panic is over. And that's that. People are happy. If you can see these cage traps, if they're dark grey, I believe they don't have the cage on them yet. I think is that what it is? I can't remember. It's basically saying that they're lacking the cage. I can't remember which one it is. I can't look at it. But I was going to build an archery target, actually. That's the other thing I was going to do. B and archery target, which is capital A if you really want to. And I was going to use it down here. I was going to use these as archery targets just off the side. So we'll make it out of siltstone again. Someone will come and knock that up. Now that we have our guys in there, I'm going to reassign the chief medical dwarf as well. So again, N. I want to replace him because Sodal is okay, but this guy is much better. Mathol is an accomplished diagnostician. He is much better as a chief medical dwarf. So what we want to do with him is make sure he's got a room. Actually, he doesn't care. He doesn't want a bedroom. They've got plenty of bedrooms. We've got how many dwarves have we got? I'll commit the changes. So we've got 43 dwarves, and I believe this room gives you 8, 16, 24, 32, 38, 44. So 44 bedrooms. So we are on our limit right now. So, and I think one guy's actually got 2 bedrooms, hasn't he? So we're pretty much used up now. And we also want to have a storage area for this galena. We could really start picking that up sooner or later, because that'll be silver, which is also going to go in this area. So we could probably do with storing precious metals again. Meanwhile, I guess we have a lot of idlers. So what I'll do is I'll start digging out these remaining areas, and we'll go to the next tutorial, which will be about finally getting that military built. We have a few people, and if you check out Dwarf Therapist, you have a look for anyone that you feel is proficient or has some slight skills and isn't a dribbling vegetable, that he can use a weapon basically, or has armor use or something like that. And make sure he also isn't very useful. Make sure he's kind of a peasant, or he's a, I don't know, a soap maker, some sort of guy that really doesn't have that much use at the moment. We're not using him for an industry or something. Don't feel free, you know, just because he's maybe come along and he's a legendary, I don't know, legendary die maker or something. We don't need him at the moment. We're not using him. Perhaps later on, if we so need to, we can replace him. But for now, don't worry about that. We'll get to it. So, thanks for listening, guys. This is Deman. Please feel free to leave your comments. Anything else you want putting in these tutorials, we'll try and take it as it goes now, because we're starting to head to the point where industries will come into it. Finally, we've built this archery target, and all you want to do is make it an archery target. So press R, just like you would with a bedroom. Set the size area. That's fine. And then you just want to show which which way shoot. Well, we want to shoot from north to south, from top to bottom, I believe it's classed as WASD. So press S from top to bottom. There we go. So that's the archery target setup as well. A little bonus in tucked in for free. Onwards to the military, guys.